May has got more quality games than a yard sale at Shigeru Miyamoto's house, which is making the Up Next increasingly difficult to put together. Which of the 50 odd new Xbox games due for release should we include? It's a nice problem to have. We've opted for a rough 50-50 split of AAA giants and gorgeous indies, on the off chance that a few might surprise you. Pull on the speedos and dive in. First up is Age of Wonders 4. Metacritic has already ruined the question of whether Age of Wonders 4 is any good. At the time of recording, it's sitting at a healthy 83 Metascore. You should still stick around for our review though. There's a very good chance that you've already made your mind up about Age of Wonders 4. It's a continuation of the award-winning series that's claimed many a PC player's free time over the years, and it's in safe hands with the original developers returning to continue the turn-based strategy series. You can create your own realms, experience an all-new event system, and ascend your own characters to an in-game pantheon. Redfall. Now, this is going to royally irk some keyboard warriors, but the controversy around Redfall has seemed a bit stormy teacuppy to us. That's a personal opinion, so don't blame others. We're just not of the belief that 60 FPS is essential for success. Plus, what's been shown so far looks like it'll eclipse the problem. Redfall is shaping up to be at least our second favourite vampire game of the past 6 months. Vampire Survivors isn't giving up that crown. Coming from Prey and Dishonored makers Arcane Austin, it's a 4-player co-op or single-player experience set in an open world, and that open world is swarming with bloodsuckers. Pick your Hellsing, jump into battle, and order some steaks. Ravenlock. Ravenlock is another Xbox exclusive. We've had so many this year, well, at least compared to last year, that it's enough to accuse Microsoft of a monopoly and call off a prospective merger. Ravenlock is from a studio who's fast becoming a firm favourite. Coco Cucumber have been making their name as master of voxels with Riverbond and Echo Generation, and now they're bringing their skills to the action RPG. Set in a twisted variant of Wonderland, it has you hopping through mirrors to slay hydras, Tweedledum and Tweedledee, and of course, the Queen of Hearts. LEGO 2K Drive. On occasion, there's a game announcement that simultaneously surprises you and makes you nod your head in understanding. Of course it had to exist. That's the way it went for us with LEGO 2K Drive. Following the successful LEGO stint in Forza with LEGO Speed Champions, we get a full-fat racing game in the form of LEGO 2K Drive. But it's not your conventional racing game. This is an open-world racer a la Burnout Paradise and Need for Speed, but with the added bonus of being bolstered by the LEGO universe. You can pimp your own ride with whatever blocks you fancy, grab some Hot Wheels from other franchises, and complete quests on the way to winning the coveted Sky Cup. If this is Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts, but with the devs making actual money, then we're in. Amnesia: The Bunker. No. You couldn't pay us to play Amnesia: The Bunker. But we know some people will want to, so we'll slide out of the back of the sofa and try to explain what it has to offer. This is the celebrated Amnesia series, transposed into World War I and set in a bunker. You awaken with only one bullet in your barrel. It must be tempting to aim that in a more personal fashion, and it's your task to make your way out. This is semi-open world Amnesia, where your choices determine the available paths in front of you. So choose your tools wisely and run! Warhammer 40,000 Bolt Gun. Sweet Slanesh, is there no end to the Warhammer games? We're not complaining exactly, but if every fandom was served up treats like the Warhammer community, then we'd all be very happy people indeed. But hold up, because Warhammer 40,000 Boltgun looks like it might have crossover appeal. Take a look at some screenshots. This is a love letter sprayed with giblets addressed to the 90s Doom shooter. Suddenly we're all kinds of interested because a well-made, polished Wolfenstein for the masses sounds like our can of Get Some. The Lord of the Rings, Gollum. Well, this one could go either way. We're not exactly drowning in Lord of the Rings video games, so we want it to be good, but screenshots and Let's Plays have been slightly less than stellar. We remain optimistic, like a fresh-faced toque, but we know things could quickly go underhill. Taking place during the events of the Fellowship of the Ring, The Lord of the Rings Gollum is a tale that's been given the thumbs up from the Tolkien estate. Follow Gollum as he evades the mouth of Sauron, gets tutted at by Fandral, and generally slaloms through a cast of Lord of the Rings characters. Company of Heroes 3. This game had a rocky launch back in February on PC through Steam. Accused of having a lacklustre campaign, an unbalanced multiplayer, and a general shoddiness that didn't justify the decade since Company of Heroes 2, it's best described as receiving a mixed response. But sometimes it's beneficial to be late to the party. We're receiving Company of Heroes 3 on Xbox 3 months later, which should mean that all of these problems will be resolved, right? Well, that's what reviews are for, and we're eager to pass judgment from the Eagle's Nest. After Us. There's a downbeat kind of optimism to After Us, the latest narrative adventure from Arise, a simple story devs Piccolo. The world is all but dead, most species have become extinct, but Gaia, the life spirit of the world, is here to bring as much as she can back to life. It's time for Dodos to get a second run at it. Gaia travels a surrealist and beautiful world prowled by devourers. She's building a mother ark from the dead creatures she finds, experiencing their final moments as she touches their souls. Miasma Chronicles. We haven't been quiet about our love for Mutant Year Zero, professing our love for it on podcasts. So when the developers reveal that they're working on a huge turn-based RPG, well, we start putting on our best pants. Something called Miasma has taken over America, and it's down to you, Elvis, but not that Elvis, to regain control. You have a glove that can control the Miasma, and that makes you someone rather special. Explore the world in real time before switching into tactical turn-based battles. We might start gushing over this one, so watch out. Mia and the Dragon Princess. Wells Interactive have tapped up the Withnail and I actor Paul McGann to appear in their latest FMV experience. But rather than get cosy in their usual genres, this game is unexpectedly a martial arts interactive experience. How can an action movie and video game coexist? It's a very good question, but you can usually count on Wells Interactive to have good answers. We're intrigued by the real-time attribute tracking, which sounds like we're building character sheets as we're progressing. Additionally, the inclusion of a real-world martial artist makes this more than simple shadowboxing. Tin Hearts. From Fable alumni comes Tin Hearts, a heartwarming puzzle adventure set in the workshop of a Victorian inventor. Tin Hearts looks to make an alloy of narrative adventures and discrete puzzles as you lead a platoon of tin toy soldiers to an exit. You'll get them there with the use of cannons, balloons and springboards in what looks to be a modern reforging of Lemmings. There are 40 levels here, and we're promised that each level is like a riddle to be solved. We hope that it can capture some of Fable's humour and completely believable world on the way. So, there's our recommendations for May. Our prediction is that Redfall and Miasma Chronicles will win the month, registering the highest scores from the Xbox Hub. What about the new Xbox games set to release in June though? We're already looking forward to Diablo 4, Street Fighter 6, Crash Team Rumble and Aliens Dark Descent. It looks like another great month where picking the best games are going to be quite the challenge. Make sure you don't miss out next month by subscribing to our channel, and we'll see you then.